NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Houston Texans taking on Joe Burrow and the Minnesota Vikings.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Houston Texans. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Brady. A quick slant to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
The numbers for Hill a week ago. Comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brady's throw there complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Number 29, Tariq.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
There's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
A fumble on the play. Recovered.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
The extra point is.
And he puts it through. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive. A fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball. What's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here playing the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Brady. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they're down.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quick.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to, every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to really enforce everything either.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Burrow's pass complete to Cole Beasley.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 21-0, our score after 1.
Texans 21, Vikings nothing.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a 1st down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First down, a run to Cohen. Cohen lost the football. And the Texans
fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Following the fumble recovery, Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Looking sideline, incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. To throw on third down. Brady completes it to Hardman. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They'll try it now with Mostert. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown of the game this season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A gain of 6 there on first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
At the 47-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Vikings.
This is Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they broke.
We'll see as we go along.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Texans.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack charge.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Brady going to throw, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 to throw again on second down. Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And
that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. First down. Here's Burrow. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes, left side. This one back. The fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now Burrow on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans scoop it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Burrow's pass complete. A fumble on the play.
the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Oh, what a game for this offense and the 43-year-old QB Tom Brady. And, hey, if they get points here, they can finally... And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! Touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's able to put it through.
His kick.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another hit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what it's symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And a huge return as they take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done the spot, but I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now a play fake. Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Raheem Mostert taking it in. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The extra point.
He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That is caught by Cohen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Burrow now off the bootleg. And his pass incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
1 yard.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's caught by Beasley. And it's a fumble. And the Texans scoot to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want more, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense. And I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Play action, now it's Brady. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Charles Houston is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ballgame and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Vikings now heading onto the field. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Short throw to Disley. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
From midfield now, Burrow. Short throw to Disley. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Off over the middle.
Burrow's pass.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back.
After reviewing the play,
this challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Here's Hill on the return. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4. But so as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his...
after reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long Clemson's over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Is good.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. 14 yards. A final shot now for Burrow. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0. Start your week by installing your game plan.